嗨，大家好，我是 Bob。我从02年开始就在多伦多从事电工材料的采购和销售，期间结识了许多优秀的电工朋友，和他们一起合作，完成了许多电工项目。在这个频道里面，我主要是和大家一起分享这么多年来电工材料的采购、安装和使用心得，以及一些电工朋友在安装这些材料时候的喜怒哀乐。Right, this is the microphone. Okay. Yeah, because after you do that, I will do it again in Chinese. Okay. So I will turn all my contacts. Okay. Okay.
这个毛回家这儿啊，这个 small screwdriver. This one doesn't fit. I can just wrap the wires on here. Look, this one is good. And power outlet, power meter. Okay. Okay, so we'll do this part first with the that, and then we'll go to the laptop. Okay. So I brought the manual here, and really all you have to look at really is these first 2 pages there. Okay. It just goes through each item in the menu and tells you what each one actually does. Okay. Okay, so. Okay, so let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Yes, we're ready, yeah.
Okay, so in order to enter the programming mode, if you look on the bottom up here, there's a cover that normally covers that. What you have to do is you take the cover off, and there's a little button down here. You can see it right there. Okay, all you do is you push that, and it'll come up, and that's where you enter your password. So you enter the password by pushing the scroll button to change the digit. Okay, so in this case, it's set for 0. So I'm just going to have to press it again at the bottom. Again. And again, and again. Okay, so that just means it was 0 was the password. If it was 1, then I would put the number 1 in. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. The next item you get to is called protocol. Okay, this meter supports 2 protocol. One is BACnet. So if you're doing any building automation systems, they'll quite often require BACnet, but most of the time it's using Modbus. Okay, so if I wanted to change that, I press the button here, and I change that to go back here. Okay. Okay, we'll go back and do that. So right now it's set for Modbus, protocol was 0. So again, you press the button. You see when it starts flashing? Okay, so if I want to change the address to something other than 1, I would select the digit with this button, and then I would press the scroll. Okay, so I'm going to keep it at 1 because it happens to be 1, but I could change it to anything I want. I press it again. Okay, so if the number is flashing, that means you're in programming mode. Okay, it stopped flashing, so I can press the scroll button. Okay, the next one is the baud rate. I think you all know what the baud rate is. Okay.
What's the most?
That's the communication speed, yeah. So it's RS-45, so the baud rate is usually 9600, 19.2, 38.4, or 115. Okay. Common one is 9600 baud. Okay. Yep. So if you want to change that, again, you just press this button here.
But the default is 900.
It's 9600, yes. Okay. And you can see the various ones. So the next one is 19.2, 38.4, and 115,200. Okay, so that's the speed. 9600 is a common one. No one uses 1200 baud anymore, or 4800, but okay. And then if you want to stop that, press scroll. It's not flashing, so that means you're not in programming mode anymore, and you can go to the next item. This is your parity bit. Almost all softwares you're going to use no parity, 1 stop bit. Okay, this is Modbus RTU, so it uses 8 bits, so that's common. There's also something called Modbus, which is ASCII protocol. In that case, then you use different start bits and that. But in this case, it's strictly no parity, 1 stop bit. If you want to change that, press the button. Okay, so even parity, odd parity, none. Okay, so just the various things.
So the blue key is just to select a different number, the parameter.
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
white key is just a different function.
That's to go into the program.
Enter.
Yeah, so if I go out of that, if I press the bottom key there, okay, so it's not flashing anymore,
No.
so that means it's not in programming.
Okay.
And then you can use scroll to go to the next item.
Okay.
Pulse, okay, that's your pulse output. And you have a choice, you can select either, no, can't check anything on that. Okay, that's standard, you can't change anything on the pulse output, it's always there. But you can program the pulse output to represent either the kilowatt hours or the kVAR hours.
Okay.
Okay. Usually it's always going to be kilowatt hours. Okay, and that just means every kilowatt hour it gives you a pulse. Because sometimes you want to go into a energy management system. Okay, this cal, there's two ways you can have the CTs on the primary side and on the secondary side. So almost every time you're going to use this, it's going to be on the secondary or on the primary side.
Okay.
Okay, but sometimes what people do is you have a 600 volt to 120 transformer, but then you have the transformers on the 600 volt side. So that's the only time you'd pick that. Almost always, it's always going to be 0. Okay.
Primary side.
Yeah, it's always going to be on the primary side. PD, that's just if you want to change the password. Okay, we've already went through the password on this, so if we don't want a new password. Okay. Again, actually, this is the one for the primary side. It's CAL, C-A-L. So that's if you have it on the primary side or the secondary side. Okay, and again, almost always it's going to be 1, which is the primary side.
Okay.
Okay. The only time you do it differently is if you have this transformer and you want to keep the CTs on the primary side, and then you change that. Okay. Okay, this is the system type. Okay, one is set for one phase, so I'll show you the options there. Okay, so you can press that. Okay, 1 line to neutral, 3 line to neutral. Now if you have 3 phase without the neutral, you can still pick line to neutral. Okay, 2 line to line, that's what you'd see in like a residential type thing where you've got 2 hot wires, which is 240 volt,
Okay.
and then the center tap for 120.
Okay.
Okay. And this is what we have it now. So let's keep it at that. So again,
Okay. This is a single phase.
this is single phase, yeah.
One line to line, one,
Yeah,
because this is one line. This is neutral.
that's right, yeah.
What? This is for. Okay.
I'm just jumping over,
Yeah, okay.
just so we have something to look
Yes.
at on the screen. Okay, so we just put that back. We'll go to the next item. CT. Now this particular meter is the one that has the Measurement Canada 200 amp CT,
Okay.
and the output on that is 80 milliamp.
Yeah.
Okay. Now if this weren't that type, if it was the one with 0 to 5 amp input, these are the various things. Okay, you see how you only get the choices between 100,
So
280?
this EM50 is
Yeah, this is the one with
this
the...
is we already got delivered.
This is the one you're getting at, yeah. The
Yeah.
80 milliamp one. It's not the one...
But we also got the 5 amp.
yeah,
No, we
yeah.
got the 5 amps.
Yeah, you got 5 amp. You haven't gotten this one
not
yet.
80.
No, you haven't got this
No,
one.
no.
So this
No,
one...
we also got 80 milliamp.
10个
CTs, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, you
We
got
got,
the
No,
CTs.
we got the
20
CT.
20
Yeah,
pieces.
With no meters.
but you didn't get the meters yet.
Yeah, we
Okay.
didn't get
Yeah,
the meters,
exactly.
yeah.
So this one is the one with the 80 milliamp CT. So the only choices you have is 80, 100, or 200.
Okay.
Our meters are all 80 milliamp, so you put 80 in there. Now if this were a one with a 0 to 5 amp input, then you'd select 5A from that.
For that meter, right? The 5 amps meter.
For the 5 amp meter,
So
yeah.
5,000,
5, yeah.
not 5.
Yeah, just 5.
好了，这期视频我们就讲到这里。如果你喜欢我的视频，或者觉得我讲的内容对你有用，请按红色订阅按钮，并按小铃铛。如果你有什么问题或者建议，请在下面留言，我会尽快答复。也许我们下期视频的主题会因你的问题而产生。谢谢大家。